to jail me without any evidence. And he was under pressure. A gun was held over his hand. And when he looked and realized there was no evidence, and I think after he listened to what is happening in the country, he decided the case should only be heard after the elections. So maybe ningetaka kusema nimefurahi sana. Because you know, if we had not won this election, this one, I would have been one of your subjects. So, sisi tunashukuru Mungu because in the previous administration, the powers that be had decided to use the criminal justice system to settle scores politically, to punish people who have done no crime, and force them and blackmail them to make certain decisions. So myself, I was being blackmailed to abandon President William Ruto and join Azimio, and I refused. And they said the criminal justice against me, and they were forcing the magistrate to jail me for 20 years in committee. So, tunasema Mungu ni mwema. Lakini hata kama wangetufunga, si tungekuja tu tukae huko na nyinyi. Sasa kama mtu amepata A- akiwa huko. And I want to say, it is very bad. It's unforgivable to use the criminal justice system to punish innocent people. The penal institutions are for people who need to be corrected. They are not for punishing people. You cannot use the criminal justice system to punish innocent people, to send them to the penal institutions for the purposes of punishing them. And we are glad that there are some judicial officers who are very firm in ensuring that the rule of law is upheld. In my case, the magistrate was being forced to jail me without any evidence. And he was under pressure. A gun was held over his hand. And when he looked and realized there was no evidence, and I think after he listened to what is happening in the country, he decided the case should only be heard after the elections. And he put it in September. And the DPP was forced to appeal that decision to hear it in September. And he declined. He said it should be heard in September. Because he knew the new government would stop that nonsense. And when we won, the DPP went back to court and said, I had no evidence against me, I was being forced. We want to say, we want to appeal to our law enforcers in the police force, in the prosecution, and in the penal institutions. Be fair. Be fair to your fellow human beings. If you are a prison officer, don't beat inmates because they are there and harass them. Already they have been confined. That is enough punishment. Denial of liberty is enough punishment. You don't need to go beyond there. Handle those people with empathy and understanding. Let me tell you, PS, let us improve these penal institutions when we have the opportunity. You never know. You never know. You never know. Anybody is a potential client of a penal institution. Isn't it? Those of us who have the responsibility to improve these penal institutions, let us do so. Let us improve them. Even if you don't go there, your own sister could find herself there. Your own brother, your own child. Hospital and prison are potential homes to anybody. Never laugh at people because they are sick. You never know. When you hear somebody has a harambe, unamchekelea ya bila ya hospitali, you don't know. Unasikia mtu amefungwa jela, unasema okay sawa. Wewe hujui. You could even commit a crime unintentionally. You go and knock somebody with a vehicle. You are prosecuted for being negligent, causing death through accident driving. A magistrate decide to jail you for 6 months. Unaweza kwenda uchukue deni ya mtu ukoswe kulipa, ukuwe committed to civil jail for 6 months, uende pale. Na watu wengi sana ni potential candidates ya hiyo ya civil jail. Ya kuchukua madeni nini. Yeah? Hata huyu senator huyu Chiragai tungekuwa na yeye pia. Huyu alikuwa mtu ya kushikwa kila Friday. Yeah? You know, so let us ourselves, all of us, be fair people. There was a minister called Stanley Oloitip. He was a minister for Home Affairs during the Kenyatta era. It's good I tell you that story. He never did anything for the prisons. He was told there are no mattresses. He asked why prisoners want mattresses. He was told there are no blankets. He said they should sleep on the floor. He was told food and ration is not sufficient. He said if they wanted to eat food, they should not have committed the crimes. They should have stayed at home. As fate would have it, he committed a crime, but not a serious one because of politics. He was jailed for 1 year. He was a huge fellow, extremely huge. So when he arrived at committee, there was no uniform that could fit him. So they had to get about 6 uniforms and stitch them in the prison industry for him. Then he was taken to the cell. Then he asked, where is the mattress? Abiwa hakuna, na blanketi hakuna. Hapa sasa mtu atalala namna gani? The prisoner warder told him, yourself you said in parliament that there is no need for mattress or blanket in prison. Sasa waja saa ya chakula ifike. Sinide nawekwa kama nikutupwa. Akauliza sasa hii mimi inaweza shiba. He was a huge fellow. Akaambiwa you said there is no need to have sufficient food in prison. What am I saying? You are in a position of responsibility to make life better for mankind. Please do so. You never know. So I want to encourage you and assure you that your things are in good space. Be patient. We'll start the implementation of the recommendations effective from July next year. Mutapata nyongeza, lakini pia haina mkiongezwa mchunge pesa yenu. Uitumie vizuri. Let us not use money like you will be working throughout. You must know that one day you retire. Enda pale kwa society, save pesa yako, start a small project so that you also prepare for retirement because you will be there forever. That is my advice to our officers, that be prudent in how you do your things, make savings. You need those savings as you go along. Otherwise, I want to say I was very impressed by the testimony of the 2 people here, the ex-inmates, and really it shows that the corrective services are working, and I want to encourage you to continue rehabilitating and reforming the people put under your care by the justice system, and you wait to society, you wait to God to take care of them and make them better people. I'll look for the officials of the Magereza Society so that I also put some money there so that we increase our shares of our society, and together we can build that society together because it has helped me well. I took about 4 loans. And the house where I live today in Karen, I bought it through a loan from Magereza. You know, I saved, and I was able to put a deposit for the house. So I really want to encourage you to continue working hard, continue taking care of these people, continue reforming our citizens, and God will be kind to you and also take care of you in your endeavors. With those very many remarks, I wish you a very successful conference, very successful correctional service week, and may God bless you and bless you abundantly. Thank you very much. Asante.
Next up is His Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, we request you to